What's up, guys and gals? I forgot to film an intro when I was out on the water, so I'm just going to do a quick voiceover. I didn't get to do the night fishing that I had planned for this week because, well, first of all, the temperatures were in the 30s and 40s every night, and snook tend to get lockjaw when it's that cold. But also the red tide has been ravaging this area. Bonita, Naples, Marco Island have all had very high levels of red tide for the past several weeks. The 10,000 Islands, though, fortunately doesn't really get affected by the red tide very often. So I went down there and was able to get a quick afternoon session of fishing in. I was pretty confident that I would do well, even though it was only a couple hours of fishing, because the afternoon tends to be better for fishing when you're in the dead of winter, in the middle of a cold spell. Those afternoon hours are when the fish really come out and feed. Didn't take long to get on some fish.
But they seem to want it really slow. Gotta let it sink and just twitch it off the bottom. This seems to be the key. They're down there deep in this cooler water. It's more stable temperatures down the bottom. There we go. That one's stuck. That's definitely a trout. Feels like a keeper too. About a 16, I think. Oh, gotcha. All right, the winter trout are here. It's good to know. Yeah, he's a solid trout. We lost our bait. Come on now, give me that hook back. Yeah, he don't want to give it back. Need my pliers. So this guy would be a nice harvesting trout, but I just realized I forgot my fish bag, so it's his lucky day. We'll just get a measurement on him and let him go. Make sure we get this nice and wet since we're going to release him. All right, he's 17 all day with the mouth wide open. Could probably get about 17 and a half out of him if I close his mouth. But it's his lucky day. We're going to let him go. There he goes. See if he's got any bigger friends in there. Be nice to get like a 20-incher. Oftentimes I'll get a bite right up here, and then in that little cove there, catch a lot of snook and redfish. I've caught a few trout right on this point here, so see if anybody's home a little further this way. Yeah, I think something just hit it, and I wasn't ready. Got one. It's feeling like a trout. Well, that might be a small red, actually, the way it's fighting. It's not a big fish. No, it's a little bitty trout. Hooked right in the bottom jaw. We're not going to measure him, he's a dink, but I'll show him to the front camera just so you guys can see how pretty he is. Adios. Get a breath. Bye bye. I think we might have a little redfish. Nope, it's a lady. Got some cut bait. Okay, things just got a lot more interesting now. I think I'll take an opportunity to talk to you guys about something I've been wanting to discuss for a while, and that's the proper way to use cutbait in South Florida. If you're just thinking about starting to use cutbait, my experience was when I first tried it is I caught a whole bunch of catfish and I never wanted to try it again. Until I finally figured out the proper way to do it out of necessity, because in the heart of summer when you're this far south in Florida, it gets really hard to catch stuff on artificial bait during the daytime. If you're up in northern Florida or even central Florida, it's a lot easier to catch stuff on artificial. But here in the deep South Florida, the water temps are a good 5 to 10 degrees warmer than they are up north, and so the fish get really lethargic. And cutbait is one of the keys to catching fish during the daytime in summer. But like I said, you have to know how to use it, or else you're just going to catch a lot of catfish. So I'll cover that today, how to properly use cutbait. It's all about placement of your bait. One is to cut yourself a nice big chunk. My favorite piece, believe it or not, is this head section. And that's, as you can see, that's a good size piece of meat there. With this head section, I don't know if it's the smell of the brains or what, but it really does well. After that, I'll stake it up into pieces about 1 inch to 1.5 inches thick. And then I use a 5/0 Mustad circle hook in line, and I come in through the meat and out through the skin, just like that. So you guys probably won't believe me, but I've used cutbait very extensively this past season, all through the summer. And I've probably only caught, I can count the number of catfish I've caught on one hand. I would say maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3 tops catfish. And I've caught dozens of redfish and snook. So the key is bait placement. You got to place it where there's game fish and no catfish. And the key to that is determining which way the current is moving, and then placing your bait so that the current is pushing the scent into the mangroves, okay, or up onto the oysters, depending on what you're fishing. Speaking of oysters, I'm about to hit some here. I know there's a little cut right over here. I'm gonna have to go around and through the cut. There we go. So I'm trying to get to this little mangrove point over here. So when you're fishing an oyster edge like this, you can do that too. You do run a little higher risk of getting into catfish when you do that. Your best bet to avoid catfish is to fish a mangrove island. And if the current is pushing, you want to get yourself on the side of the island so that you can put your bait right up on the mangroves and have the current pushing into the roots. Because the predator fish, once the water gets high, they go up in there. So you want the scent to be carried into the mangroves and call them out. If you're 3, 4, 5 feet off the shoreline and the current's coming towards you, it's just pulling that scent right out to all the catfish, and you're gonna be catching catfish one after the other. But if it's pushing in to the structure, that's when you're gonna start zeroing in on all the good predator fish. Okay, so in this case, I'm fishing this oyster reef. The tide is pushing from the left to the right of what you're looking at. And so I'm assuming the fish are behind this reef waiting for stuff to flush by. And so that's why I'm pitching my bait where you just saw me put it. It's been working so far. I've gotten several bites. I've just been missing the hookup. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I think they might be sharks that are just grabbing the bait and then letting go. But I also haven't had any leader damage, so it could be that I'm just missing the redfish bite, that they're picking it up, but they're not doing it very aggressively. Hopefully we'll get one more chance. I don't know if it's a shark or a redfish though. Cut me off. It was definitely a shark. Oh no, it didn't cut me off. is doing this? Not a mark on the line. Hook is not straightened. It just, man, it's the third fish I've lost like that. What is doing that? Okay, we got one this time. Don't be a shark. Oh man, I was just about to leave, man. I kept saying 5 more minutes. I must have said that like 5 times. Turned into 25 more minutes. This is either a snook or a redfish, guys. Stay on, come on. At least let me see what you are that's been messing with me all day. Redfish. Nice one too. Gotcha this time. Okay. Who said cut bait's only for summer? Come here, you. Oh. Oh, don't you dare come off. Gotcha! Oh, that's a beauty. He's at least 24. Man, I lost so many fish on this spot. It feels so good for it to pay off in the end. This guy, we got him right in the corner. There was no way he was getting away. Right in the fleshy part of the cheek. I was literally about to run out of daylight. Saved at the last second again. One spot on each side. That's about a 23, 24. Let's see what it goes for, then we'll let it go, because I didn't bring any ice with me today. Even though I'm going straight home and it's like 50 degrees, I probably could keep them if I wanted to, but I don't feel like cleaning a fish and everything tonight. Yeah, he's 24 on the dot. Let's watch him swim away. Let's see which side's gonna be a better shot. I think this side's gonna be a better shot. I'm gonna come back and get you in a couple weeks when I go camping. Hopefully my son will catch you. Thank you for the catch, buddy. That was awesome. You saved my day. You deserve to be released. Totally saved my day. You ready? Show me you're ready. There he goes. Bye-bye. Guys, I was just about to give up. You can see where the sun is. It's just about to dip below the horizon. I got just enough time to hightail it across the bay and head for home. Thanks for watching, guys. And next time you see us, it will be here in the 10,000 Islands again. I'll be camping, though, with my son and a couple friends. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you then.